What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and hit the like button. Let's talk about it here. Chris Rock. Chris Rock definitely is a character that's conflicted. He's not a perfect person. He never claimed to be, and he always used to be someone who was awoke, awake in a situation. But he's also someone who's over the recent years have been unattached to the situations that plague the rest of this world. He's been unattached from a lot of the realness that's been going on. And it's a shame because Chris was somebody, I mean, hey, I can't be mad at him because he's doing what's best for Chris. And when you're doing what's best for Chris, this is the narrative. And when you come to a situation where he brings up his political agenda in a statement, it underlines everything you need to know about Chris Rock. Have you noticed you've seen Chris Rock in a bunch of things that Chris Rock shouldn't even be in? You see Chris Rock in Fargo. I'm like, what is he doing about a film about Fargo, North Dakota? I'm like, okay, what's going on here? You see him, Spyro, Samuel Jackson, Chris Rock as a detective. It's just certain things that don't fit. Now the thing about Chris is he's smart when it comes to how he wants to play his political agenda. Now if he said something that wasn't in a joking form, then people would, kind of miss the message. But he landed his targeting blow. He comes out and blames Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats for letting the pandemic come in by being distracted with the impeachment hearings of Donald Trump. Now, Chris Rock is an actor and a comedian and said it was totally up to Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. Their thing was, we're going to get him impeached, which was never going to happen. You let the pandemic come in. Yes, we can blame Trump, but he's really the 5-year-old. So when you say it like that, you're saying it in a joking format. We can blame Trump, but he's really a 5-year-old. You remember that movie, The Last Emperor, when he's like 5-year-old emperor of China? There's a kid and he's the king. So I'm like, it's all the Democrats' fault because you knew that the emperor was 5 years old. And when the emperor is 5 years old, the only lead in theory, there's usually an adult who's like, okay, this is what we're really going to do. Now, this doesn't shock me because, as you've seen, Chris Rock has gotten a lot of opportunities to do things he hasn't, or usually are not on. He's getting commercials, credit card commercials, Chris Rock. You're seeing him playing the grand piano. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? That's Chris Rock. But those type of doors open up when you make ignorant statements like this. How was it Nancy Pelosi's job or the Democrats with the pandemic? I would love to know that. when Donald Trump was warned and knew about it in the Republican, his office. He's the president of the United States. He's not 5 years old. He got another five in front of that five. He probably 75. But listen, you got to understand something. This guy is an adult. The people around him are adults. They're all older than you. And they let this happen. Trump decided in his 4 years to cut funding. They were spending too much money on the protection of the awareness of these viruses, so they cut the funding. So when you cut the funding for it and take money away, programs end. And now the pandemic is on your front porch. They're the reasons you can't go and smooth with the rest of your doggone colleagues. They're the reason everything you're doing now is all adjusted. Movie theaters are closed. All the businesses are shut down. Got to put a mask on everywhere you go. It's annoying as hell, right? But this is the new reality we're in because of your president of the United States of America and their office. How do you find time to just blame the left and Nancy Pelosi? But this was targeted, and they used Chris for this. You see, when people talk, you got to pay attention and listen to what they're really saying behind the scenes. Because what they're really saying is, hey, I'm going to pledge my allegiance a different way. So he's basically telling you he's a right-wing Republican. Blaming the Democrats and then joking about Trump. So let that sink in. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. If you want to support the page, you can hit up my Cash App, which is Carceno, Karceno. Thank you for your time.